Here and live on the topic of brain vacation because I totally did not space out the fact that the countdown ran down. Okay, sound is there. I can mute the background of the thing. Hello! Welcome, everyone, to Gilded Age, a Cypher system actual play about nascent heroes in a world entirely unprepared for them. I am Dear Night Wanderer, and I am here to facilitate, adjudicate, and titillate my players, whom I will introduce in order of whim. John.
Hello, I'm John. Today I'm playing Yesterday, the fast speedster who ignores physical distance and who is always 3 seconds away from a mental breakdown.
Which, for someone who is detached from time, is a variable.
Yeah.
Ben.
Hello, I'm Ben. I'm playing Rexplode, the Hellborn Stone Golem, and he's fine. He's got no mental issues. He's just maybe inhabited by demons or something. Who knows?
Yeah, it's just your usual stuff, nothing special. And Glitch.
Hi everybody, it's Glitch. You saw me yesterday. Welcome back. I am playing Victor. I have to actually every time I do this look and see what my descriptor is, by the way, because I never remember it. Inquisitive Adept, who ink spells on skin, and is only slightly still recovering from the fall that he took last time. He's fine though.
Just fine.
Jace made him rest. Made him lay down for a little bit.
And in an act of tremendous dedication from Underway, Dora.
Hi, I'm Pandora Beatrix. I will be playing Coraline Templeton, the weird, sympathetic nexus who solves mysteries with a cozy magic flavor. I remembered all that without even looking at it.
That is
Wow, that's quite a mouthful as well. Wow.
Better than us.
Now, last time you all joined us, we had our side story, the first of hopefully not too many, where some of our heroes went and explored a village close to our unnamed city that had some vegetation issues. After a round of violent and aggressive weed whacking, they have managed to return peace and stillness to the village and have returned to the city.
How close to death did Victor get?
What? I did not hear what was just said. Somebody cut out on my end.
How close to death did Victor get?
That close. It's fine.
Yeah, it's perfectly
Hey,
fine.
the tree was actively taking life force out of people.
It
So
was a mean tree.
it puppeted corpses, okay?
True. True, it did. It absolutely did. It did everything that was said. However, luckily, Victor has had time, along with the other heroes, to rest and recuperate a little bit. Sorry, I just saw that a thing is not doing what it needs to do, so we are going to extend it a little bit here. There we go. So now some days have passed, and our scene opens on, let's today make it a sunny day. We join Rex, Cora, Jesse, and Victor as they are enjoying a day out. As much as they can.
Rex loves days out.
Absolutely. There has been quite a bit of, let's call it, chores stuff to do with regards to the abodes that you all are inhabiting. All of this superheroing isn't quite as easy as it seems in all of the movies and the comics. Nobody seems to cover the point that you kind of do have to wash your clothes still, and you kind of still do have to cook, and you still got to do the groceries, and you still got to pay the bills. And
Does Rex have to wash his clothes? Does Rex have clothes?
Rex has actually probably a more precarious situation than everyone else because he has a coat. So
He wears pants.
he wears pants. Yes.
Okay,
he
well, I
has-
didn't know how hot like you are by default. It's like a problem for textile.
He wears mostly leather.
That sounds unpleasant. Leather and heat do not mix well. I know this. That's a fact. As a cosplayer, those two things don't mix well. So
He's
that
also
does
made
not-
of stone, so the flexibility of the material, like nothing works.
Yeah.
Fair. Fair. But yeah, Rex probably has the issue of having to actually stay inside and wait while the clothes are being washed and dried.
I mean, that said, like he is made of stone, so
He
it
is
doesn't
made
really
of
matter
stone.
if he walks around naked, and also he doesn't sweat, so like it's not like his
Fair.
clothes get like gross.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
Probably
no,
smells.
just
I mean,
He
as
might
long
not
as-
even have to dry them.
he definitely doesn't.
he
have to dry them.
he very cleverly avoided going to the tree, so he didn't get any human viscera on his clothes either. So, that is
Very cleverly, as
Yeah.
if Victor didn't only call 2 people.
Victor
Very
has-
cleverly avoided. Victor
Yes.
called 2 people and was like,
Yeah.
I don't even want to be calling you guys.
Yeah. Victor called the 2 most people he could think of.
Basically.
exactly.
Rex doesn't generally answer his phone because he can't press the buttons. So
Also that.
I mean, Cora still goes to college classes, so she has her phone on Do Not Disturb when she's like in a class. So
Which is absolutely
As she
fair.
should.
Let me just make sure that this is running the way it's supposed to. Yeah, that's good. Okay. So yes, now we have completed some small amount of chores. Perhaps there has been some grocery shopping that happened. Perhaps there has been some visits to clothing stores to get more clothes. You know, all of the normal people stuff that doesn't seem to get done on its own just because you're off saving the city, the world, or people. And there was a nice little cafe sort of place with a nice little terrace. It's mostly just a small little hut with a relatively large concrete terrace in the middle of the park.
so not the coffee shop.
No, not the gothy, not the coffee shop. This is an outdoorsy place. It doesn't really open during the cold months because it has very limited space inside and literally no isolation. So it's mostly a summer place where people just hang out amongst the tables on this concrete terrace as the trees kind of overshadow the whole area and cast it in this nice deep lush green shade. And it's very very pleasant for such a warm day to just sit down and relax a little bit. By this point, a lot of very strange looking people, creatures, individuals, and miscellaneous have been seen running around the city. So Rex's appearance is not quite as shocking anymore as it may have been about a month ago. By this time, there has begun this kind of like news cycle of reporting on this has started, and now there is actively reporting going on about the events, about the people, about whenever something big happens. But for the most part, almost in a moment of nigh compartmentalizational acceptance, people who were obviously affected by the event that never happened in the eyes of those who weren't are mostly just left alone. You don't have this issue of having crowds of people crowding you and going like, how did you become rock, or whatever. The world seems to as a sort of the hive mind of the world does not seem to have settled on whether all of this is extremely strange or not strange at all. And so within this sort of gray area of liminal acceptance and fear is where you can actually live relatively comfortably. It is relatively easy to spot any few individuals who are scared or thoroughly reactive to all that has happened and all that is happening. Those are easy to spot, and it is easy to avoid them. And for the most part, the rest of people here, they just accept that. Okay, yeah, this guy's just made of stone. It's fine. We'll bring out a metal chair because he'll melt through the plastic. And it is here that you're kind of sat around, everyone drinking whatever they ordered or did not order, when you see this strange gentleman rush by. Now, when I say strange, I mean this is a very warm, sunny day, and this person is wearing an all black suit, like black tie, black suit. Everything is completely black, but also fairly thick. Like these are not warm weather formal clothes. These are very thick, more wintry type formal clothes. And he seems to be going at a rushed pace while at the same time trying to seem to be elegantly walking, which results in it being a very strange sort of albatrossy waddle.
This is that I'm not running for the bus, but I
Yeah.
need to get to the bus.
Yeah.
What a
The,
description.
the straight-backed waddle of a person who does not wish to be perceived to be in as much of a rush as they are in.
Dignified hurrying.
That is definitely a way of saying it.
I
He
mean,
would
that's the
like to
intent,
think
but
so.
when you
Yes,
say
that's the
waddle,
intent.
it's
Yes.
clearly not landing as
Yeah.
dignified. But
Yeah, definitely.
no dignified waddling.
No. And you guys look at him, and for a moment, each of you kind of like clocks it and goes, okay, just a weirdly walking dude. And then it takes a double take, but then you see that there's several items on him that seem to be glowing in this same light that you perceived on the fateful day, and that you perceive whenever you find a new item that allows you to perform strange acts of supernatural capability.
Jess is going to see that and sigh. Be like,
When you say several,
Definitely more items than any of you are used to knowing are safe to carry around.
okay.
this is going to
But
be
they don't-
another John situation.
They
Yeah,
don't
does
look
the person
weird like the other ones looked weird when they were too close to each other.
Nope, they don't seem to be reacting as much as they are there, and there's many of them. I mean, many. Again, many is here a very relativized statement. Like, he probably has 5 or 6 on him.
Okay, well
So-
that's more than the rules allow. So
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what the
Wasn't
rules
the-
allows.
The limit's supposed to be 3, right?
The highest that you guys have been able to perceive that any one person can carry and not have them react is 3. But for some people, it's actually even just 2.
Okay. But like, other than that, the person doesn't look like weird. They don't look like they've changed in, like, they're not made of stone or a lizard person or otherwise glowing. They don't look familiar to any of us.
They definitely don't look familiar, but since you're asking such a pointed question, let's make this a level 4. No, this is a level 5 intellect roll.
Okay.
It is related to perception, but you can also apply your magic lore
Oh yeah.
specialization.
Oh yeah. I need dice for this game. Hey.
Well, 1 die.
Just Rex.
Anyone? Well, let me double check. Okay, that I don't
Oh, the right dice.
think. I don't think any weirdness is going to stand out to Jesse, because everything is weird to Jesse, it feels like.
Yeah.
Coraline, you have oh yeah, you have supernatural knowledge. You can make this roll as well. And with Victor, you know what, Victor, I'm going to preclude you from this roll simply based on your life. Like your life experiences have not at any point crossed paths with what I am looking for here. So I don't think it would make sense for Victor to know of this.
Okay. That's valid.
Right, so I'm specialized in magic law, which eases this twice.
Yes, so you're down to 2, so
and-
you need a 6 or higher.
Okay, fine.
And for Cora, we've got a supernatural knowledge training, which is going to reduce it to a 3, and then let me see. You have. Oh, it was just a power shift, so that's just that. So you would have a level 4, so you need a 12 or higher to succeed in this.
Okay, I was going to spend a spend an effort,
Absolutely, yeah.
which I think only costs 1 now because I have 2 edge for
That is
intellect.
correct. Yes.
Okay.
So that is also then that's a 3 for you. Yeah, so you need a 9 or higher. And I did say it was a level 5, so Rex, it was a 3 for you as well because you're specialized by 2. I miscounted.
Well,
Subtracting
luckily I rolled a
to
9,
5
so
okay, yeah, that's.
I got me an 11.
An 11, awesome. Okay, so both of you actually do notice this as well. For a moment, it seems like something's off about this person. Something doesn't really fit quite as well. And then it kind of clicks. His face is perfectly symmetrical. And that's the thing that's off. Because people's faces usually aren't symmetrical. That was a very dramatic cat.
Oh, you heard her?
Yes.
yeah, that was fun.
Yeah,
Very
she
nice.
The
likes
sound of
to
a guy
scream.
goes screaming past.
Your
yeah, I
cat.
think Rex will just very nonchalantly be like, "Oh, hey, symmetrical dude."
What?
Is that what it is? I thought he was just weirdly pretty.
No, check out the face. Like he's perfectly symmetrical. You can see like the cheekbones exactly the same level. It's like they were carved out of stone.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah, that is definitely weird.
I mean, as weird things to have happen to you, it's pretty mild
Yeah.
from what we've seen.
How's he got
He
so
also
many
has like
items
5
then?
relics on him.
Yeah, that's too many.
Should we?
I mean, we should at least ask if he knows about the thing about having too many, maybe. Like, I don't know how long it takes for it to get angry when you have too many, but if he doesn't know, then that could be bad.
What actually happens when you've got too many of these things? Like we saw the 2 Johns in the first session, like get in trouble. But like, how did it affect?
They get excited and sort of merge into each other and start to do a bunch of things at once.
Yeah, reality seems to unwind a little bit harder.
Huh, that's.
I mean, should we intervene on this or just
I
watch?
guess
and
we should
wait?
at least ask him.
Okay, well, I'll go see if I can catch him because he's walking fast.
I mean, Jess can probably just toddle over.
That is accurate. Like, Cora doesn't really think about the speed thing.
Yeah. Jess will stand up and be like, "Okay, I'll be right back, I guess." And he is gone, and now he is doing that thing where he is obviously walking at normal speed to him, but like he's matching pace with the guy who's trying to speed walk, and he's just like, "Hey, dude, you got you got some like things on you that are glowing, and they're typically not good to have. And I'm bad at. Why did I volunteer? Uh,
So
Your
just
turn
for
is
my
due.
own so that I'm correct in picturing this, you're not going to meet him. You're matching his speed and going with him, parallel to
mhm.
him. Okay, yeah, gotcha. Yeah, so he's kind of like
Yeah, because
doing his little waddle, going ahead, and then you pop up beside him, and he like turns around and make me a perception-based intellect roll. This is going to be a level 3. You need a 9 or higher for
all right.
that.
All right, I did not grab my dice beforehand, so I'm going to use my phone. Does my intellect power shift work for this?
Yes, sure.
Okay, so that lowers the difficulty by
Oh,
2
by 1,
steps.
so you are. Oh, by 2.
Oh,
You
by
have
one.
a 2. Do you have a 2 shift?
I do have a. I have a level 2.
Oh, yeah, then it's by 2. So you're down to 1. You need 3 or higher.
I got a
A
15.
15. Nice. Yeah, so you kind of like realize he reacts to you in kind of like a, "Oh, where did you come from?" way. But there's a moment where he considers what the way to react to you is before reacting. Like he searches for the reaction before he reacts.
Okay.
And so he's just kind of like waddling, and you appear behind him, and he just goes, whoa, where did you come from? What? No, sorry.
The cafe.
I'm in a terrible hurry. In a terrible hurry. And he
Yeah,
kind
no,
of like,
I can keep. I can walk and talk. I can keep up with you, no problem.
a terrible hurry.
And yeah, me and some friends just saw you speed walk by, and you have you have some things on you which could be dangerous in high quantities, and I just wanted to make sure like you're safe, because the other week a couple guys also had some of these items in large quantities, and it caused a whole mess up the road. And yeah, I just wanted to like you kind of seem like you're panicking. Are you in trouble?
Sir, I am in a terrible hurry. I cannot talk to you right now. Again, the amount of time that Jesse is taking to have this conversation with this dude, and this dude like power walking and them going step in step, like at the same time, he just keeps saying terrible hurry, right? So despite the fact that Jesse just is obviously showing that he has the time to match his speed and everything. And you guys have kind of progressed a little bit by now, because it is a relatively quick pace. I mean, for you, it doesn't really matter, but by this point, Jesse is definitely no longer in view with this guy, and we're going to snap back to the other 3. And as you guys are looking after Jesse kind of parallel power walking to this guy, you guys see 2 women dressed in similarly black suits doing a similar power waddle, and each of them has about 4 to 5 ciphers on them. And both of them also have this weirdly symmetrical face, but they are different faces. It's not the same face, they're 2 different faces, 2 different people, both perfectly symmetrical. And they also kind of like waddle by in a hurry.
Oh, hey, something's going on.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
Rex will look down the street in the direction that they've been coming from. Are there more people down that way? Are there 3? Another few hundred meters down?
Yes, it's the Fibonacci businessman. No, you see, you don't immediately see any more of them, but you do see some figures off in the distance, also kind of quickly moving around.
What is going on?
Hey, where are you going? Cora will just sort of call out
Mhm.
to them.
And they kind of they go on, and then at some point one of them kind of turns around and looks at you, and then turns back, and then turns around and looks at you. Oh, I'm in such a hurry. I can't talk to you right now.
Okay.
I feel like
Maybe
we should
there's like a
probably be following.
maybe there's like a like a recycling event for relics. The dress code seems weird though. That's weird.
Hey, we'll
Well-
we'll join you. Let's all go. We'll follow along. Can we help?
I'm in such a hurry.
We can help you hurry. I can throw things really far.
And they're already moving out of kind of eye shot and earshot.
Oh no, we're walking with them now.
Okay,
like,
you all kind of get up
Well-
and
Yeah, I think
Trying
there's
to anyway.
a silent agreement that we should probably be following people
Okay,
because
yep.
this is
That's
really weird
fair.
at this point.
I like point to Jess and be like, "Hey, my friend can like move you really far, really fast. Like, where do you want to go?"
Jess and this other dude are probably like 2 blocks away.
Yeah, you've gone on some more distance, and now you realize that you see where the destination is. You see you matching your speed with this dude come across this large glass building that has in big thick bold lettering on it the stock marketplace. And there's you see probably 10 or 12 more people dressed in these black suits, all with the similar kind of symmetry to their faces, and all of them with a whole bunch of ciphers on them moving into this building.
Are you guys a hive mind?
Oh, I'm in such a hurry. I cannot talk about philosophy.
Okay, you know what? That's fair.
Sorry, it's literally just called the stock marketplace.
Yes,
Like that's what the
that's the
okay,
name of the place. Yes.
got it.
It's the stock marketplace. 4 words.
That is the weirdest part about all of this, actually.
Jess is now curious, so he's just gonna keep step with this guy.
Yep.
And hope that it's not a terrorism that's about to happen.
A terrorism.
Okay.
Yeah, you go in, nobody stops you. They all seem to ignore you for the most part. They kind of move around you and weave out of your way, and if anyone bumps into you, they just give you a similar sort of statement of them being in a horrible rush, in a terrible hurry, in an adjective speed. And they for the most part ignore you, and you see that they all flow through this gate kind of system that goes with that beeps every time they pass by, kind of the way you would scan a card or an ID or whatever. And it's just like those three pronged things like you have in subways and stuff, so it's
The turnstile.
Mhm.
yeah. And
Are they scanning anything to get through, or are they just walking through?
you guys do catch up by now, and you join up with Jesse, and you're all looking at this, and they don't seem to be scanning things.
Okay, so I have a weird theory, but it's weird. It's the
I
only
also have a
idea I
weird
have
theory.
so far. It feels like, so you know, like there's like when plants are trying to attract, you know, bees and stuff, that they will like make like fake like other bees or something. I don't know. It's a right? There's a biology thing, right, where it like pretends to be one thing so that you can come and then
Yeah.
it gets whatever. So like if there was somebody or something that wanted relics, then it would sort of like look like a bunch of relics are going here and that's a good idea kind of thing. I don't, but that's all I got.
Okay, my theory is that these aren't actually people. Like we've never seen people with those many things, and they look weird. What if they're like avatars or something, and they are taking these things to the stock market to trade them for someone?
The thing is that like the stock marketplace is kind of a weird name for a thing.
It's a
Like
weird
it
city.
also seems fake, but that could just be like it came from somewhere else where naming conventions are just more literal. That one's
We've seen
inconsistent.
weirder things in this city since the change, so hey.
Yeah.
I mean, they are plausible theories.
When they go through the gates, do we lose sight of them, or can we see what
No,
they're
no.
doing on the other
They
side?
once through the gates, they some of them take the stairs, some of them go to the elevators, but everyone is kind of moving upwards or downwards. Like everyone seems to have their own agenda in this place. But
Okay, so they're not
the
all going to the same
longer,
place. They're
no,
not
no,
all
no,
doing
they're
the same
not.
thing.
They're not all going to the same place, but whenever they do the same thing, they do it in the same way. So everyone passes through the gates in the same way. All of the people who go to the elevator press the button for the elevator in the same way. All of the people who go up the stairs go up the stairs the same way. Whenever an action is done by multiple people, it is done in the exact same way by every single one of these people. And
Okay,
the longer you look at this scene, the more you get the impression that maybe they're not really doing anything other than officiously moving around. At least from this perspective, maybe somewhere in the bowels of this building, somewhere on the top floors or on the bottom floor or whatever, or in the basement, they are doing things. But from here, it just looks, you know, kind
just
of the
going
way when you
places.
look at an ant colony and it just looks like all of the ants are doing God knows what.
Are we going into an ant colony? Is that what you're telling us here?
I can neither confirm nor deny those allegations.
D, how many gates are there?
There are 4 gates.
Okay, so Rex is just going to walk up to one of the gates and just like stand in the gate and not move as if he's stuck or something, and try and observe what people do. Like, do they just stand behind him? Do they try and push past, or are they going to all go to other gates?
Once you stop, a couple of people bump into you because you have stopped, and they go, "Oh, sorry, I'm in a terrible hurry," and they start avoiding you. And then very quickly, everyone who sees that you're stuck there starts avoiding you and starts using the other 3 gates. Although every now and again, someone looks over and goes, "Come on, move out of the way. We're in a hurry here."
Okay, so they have more vocabulary than the first sentence.
So I don't like super care about the relics that I have, so like I'm willing to go through the gate, and if anything happens to them, then whatever. Although if it looks like the possible weird plant building starts to eat me, maybe make that not happen. But does it seem like a good test for a person to do? I don't know how you guys feel about your relics that you have right now.
I mean, we're not seeing these things disappear as the people go through the gates, right?
They're not.
Nothing happens to them.
No, this
so-
is my theory that they're fake,
Yeah.
that they're not real things or real relics. But that's the test to see if it will be different when we go in.
Are they holding these things, or are they just attached to them?
Some are holding them, some are badges or pins, some are cufflinks. It's various mundane looking objects that glow with this light.
Do they vary though from person to person?
Yes.
Or are okay, so they're always different things. even when the people are looking the same?
Even they are. I mean, obviously, there's going to be some repetition of items the way they look, but you do not detect that. Okay, so there are not the same items are not to be seen on every person who is doing the same action as other people. These are very different people. How they all have this same trait of being symmetrical, but they all have
Okay.
different faces and body types. It's not like you have template 1, template 2, template 3, and then repeat.
Okay.
It definitely looks like various people.
Do their faces move naturally? Like when they're talking, like
Yeah.
they don't look weird or like talk in a weird voice or anything?
Well,
Yeah.
the guy I was talking to didn't have micro expressions. He seemed to emote on a buffer.
Is that just because you're so fast?
Maybe.
So, I would I would like to get by one of the gates so that I'm can see when someone is approaching and have a little time to interact with them before they get to the gate and go past
Yep.
me. And I would like to pull something out of my bag for one of them if they will like, and then to know what that is.
Oh yeah. I see what you're doing.
That's smart.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I like that. Let's see. That is just the thing that is free for you now, right?
Yeah.
The gift of appeasement. Okay. You 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 reach into your bag and you catch a whole bunch of papers that weren't in the bag before, and as you pull them out, you pull out this very thick profile on so many stock developments over the past month or so.
Okay.
What?
So in the time I have before, while I can still give it to them, because I don't know what's going to happen if I don't give it to them, because I don't know how this works. So I want to make sure I do that. But in the time left that I have for that to actually happen, I'm going to try to just sort of peek through it and see if I get a sense if it seems like real things, real companies that I've heard of, or what.
Let's do this is happening really quickly, so it's going to start off as a level 5 intellect roll.
Okay.
Let's see. You have your sleuth is definitely going to apply to this, so we're going down to a level 4 due to that. It's not supernatural knowledge.
Yeah, my skills are not broad at this point, so I wouldn't expect there's much else. But I'm happy to do effort again.
Yeah, absolutely. You can do that. You can spend a point of intellect for a level of effort, so that lowers it down to a 3, and you need to roll a 9 or higher.
Okay. That is a 7, which is not 9 or higher.
That is unfortunately not a 9 or higher. No. So
that's
you.
Okay.
You
I
look
will
at
give
it.
I will give the thing to the person though.
Yeah, you try to peek at it, and it's such a jumble of numbers and graphs and stuff. It looks legit. It looks exactly the way that the boring part of the newspaper looks like.
Sure.
So, but hard to tell if it's real or not. And they stop and take the papers, and they look at the papers and go, oh my god, this will save so much time. This has expedited the process so much. Thank you. Jenny will be so happy. And they go on through the gate.
Thanks. Who's Jenny?
And they turn around and the intern, and just walk into the elevator.
Okay.
It is so weird.
Okay.
All right, Rex seeing Cora doing this thing, like trying to distract or offer like something that these people might be interested in, will get an idea flash in his head, and he will pull out one of his ciphers and just hold it up in the air, and it's a small pebble, like icosahedron shaped pebble that he holds up, just so it's like visible for everyone to like in the area to see. Is anybody like taking notice of this?
Some do, some look at it.
Is anyone
They,
drawn to it or like coming towards it or wanting to get it or
they
anything? No?
don't. I mean, maybe a couple of them look at it maybe longingly, but nobody really makes a move to take it away from you or to congregate on you. They're not swarming around you like ants around sugar.
He'll just put it back into his pocket, I guess,
Okay.
and
A lot of ant allegations going on right now.
Weird.
Yeah, I would like if the relics that they have are real, then we should probably not give them another one, because that was another thing I thought of trying, but that could be dangerous if then it goes over the how many is too many for whatever they are, I guess. But yes, so there is a thing actually happening, like, or I mean, they think a thing is happening. The process, right? And Jenny, the intern, is responsible for the process.
we gotta find out what they're doing with this stuff at the other side.
Yeah, I feel like we
gotta
have to
go in.
go inside. Well, I mean, the other option is to go try and see where any of them are coming from. But I don't. That would be tricky. Maybe Jess can do it quick.
Yeah,
But,
is there any indication of where they came from? Because I mean, we know where they're going, but like, did they all seem to be coming from different places, or?
They all seem to be coming
now that
from
we're here,
across the town.
they're coming from different directions when we're here.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You just happen to catch a group of waddlers in the park.
Okay, I think Rex is gonna just confront someone that randomly bumped into him and be like, "Hey, who's your boss?"
They stop and they look at you and go, "What? What do you mean?"
Who are you hurrying for?
The CEO,
Who's the CEO?
Mr. There's a moment where they kind of stop for a second, and they go, "Mr. Smith."
Oh, that sounds
most
legit.
generic name
That
possible.
sounds fake.
That is unconvincing.
Hey, he'll just let them go, and then he'll try someone else. Be like, "Hey, who's your boss?"
How far apart are these people?
I don't know. Just like a few meters, just the next person that bumped into him.
Okay, because yeah, they stop and they go, "What, Mr. Smith? What are you talking about?"
Your direct manager is the CEO.
Well, no, obviously not. But the CEO is Mr. Smith.
Okay, but who do you directly work for? Who's your direct report?
Oh, Mr.
Okay, carry on.
It also sounds
In a
fake.
terrible hurry. Sorry.
I mean,
Jess has
they're definitely
has a dumb
physical
idea.
things.
What time of day is it?
Probably somewhere one-ish.
Okay.
So, what was the direct manager name? That fake name?
We didn't get a direct net manager. All we have is Jenny the intern and Mr. Smith the CEO.
And there is a manager called Miss Doe.
Oh, I thought it was just Miss, and then they trailed off and left. Okay.
Okay, so yeah, after that person kind of goes away and descends or ascends or wanders off, Jess will approach someone who's coming in and be like, "Hey, I got an email from Mrs. Doe for a job interview. Do I like just go, or do you need to like clock me in, or how like can I get some help? The building's way bigger than I thought it was going to be."
A job interview?
Yeah, I got the email this morning. It's at 1:30. I got delayed. Can like where do I need to go? I'm in a hurry. I don't want to be late to it.
I don't. Are we high? I don't. 1:30? Like, but
Yeah.
we're not. I don't know if we're. Are we hiring?
He's gonna look at this guy like he's about to burst into tears. Yeah, the website said that you guys had a position open.
Oh no! I'm so sorry. I don't mean no. Don't get upset. I'll get upset.
So where's Mrs. Doe's office or the interview office?
Seventh floor. Oh please don't. Yeah no. Good luck.
Okay, thank you. Have a nice day at work.
Yeah, you too.
Alright,
They run off.
The
Really
power
hope
of
he gets
Wow.
the job. I can't handle him not getting the job.
Yeah, Cora was super invested in that. That was,
Yeah,
they were.
going to a lot of job interviews builds up a very specific skill set. But yeah, I guess we're
Yeah.
going to the 7th floor.
They
is-
were weirdly nice about that though. Like they seemed to actually care about you feeling bad.
Yeah,
Is there any building
that
staff
was
around?
nice.
Like, is there anyone that looks like an actual employee that's not like one of these weird symmetrical face people?
There's a couple of people sitting at desks off to the side behind the gated area.
And they don't have weird symmetrical faces?
They do.
The fuck? Okay.
No one in this building is real.
I don't think this building is real.
I really don't either. It's called the stock marketplace. I don't think this building is real.
Yeah.
Okay, I wanna go through the gate and see if anything happens.
Yep.
We need more information.
You approach the gate. It beeps, and the thing turns and lets you through.
Like I'm
Jess will follow.
specifically paying attention to my relics and stuff as I go to see if anything weird happens.
Nope. They do not react.
Is there any way to get in that wouldn't be going through the gates?
You can jump over them.
Rex will do that.
Okay. Yeah.
Poor Rex.
You jump over them.
I mean, it's good to have different things to test. No, that's a good
Absolutely.
idea.
Scientific method.
We're not doing science very well, but we're gathering information.
Experimentation is part of science.
Yes, but we should have had a hypothesis first.
Oh yeah. So the people at the symmetrical desks, did they react to Rex hopping the gate? Has anyone told
one of them
security?
looks up from their newspaper and then continues reading the newspaper.
Okay, though that's just not weird at all. That's average behavior for security.
What's Victor doing? Is Victor coming in?
Yeah, he's following.
Mhm.
Very hesitant.
Yeah.
This entire thing. to
It
him is
beeps. It
just
lets you
screaming.
through. I'm assuming Victor's not going to be vaulting over it.
No. He's still recovering from his fall from last time. He was not vaulting over anything.
I mean, this is Rex's reaction to most gates because he generally doesn't fit through them, so
Yeah.
that's normal for him. I want to go up to one of the people on the desks
Yeah.
and like question them. They're not like in a hurry anywhere, so like,
Yep.
hey, what is this place?
This is the stock marketplace.
What are you doing here?
I'm reading my newspaper.
What's your job?
I'm a guard.
What are you guarding?
The newspaper.
You're guarding the newspaper.
No. I'm guarding the stock marketplace.
Well, I just jumped the gate and you didn't do anything, so it
Yeah,
seems
that's
like you're not
fine.
guarding it very well.
You passed through the gate.
Oh.
There it is.
What are you guarding it from?
I don't know.
So
My
how do
job
you know
is to
what
guard
you're
it.
looking for?
Guess I'll know it when I see it.
Okay. Cora pulls
Oh.
something out of her bag.
I love this trick.
It's an amazing trick. Okay, so
Best.
it's something that
I'm
would.
sorry it's a lot of work for you. If it becomes too much, let me know.
No. Yeah, you pull out a tablet with a subscription to the Times,
Oh,
a reader app.
digital.
Oh, that's
Another
cool.
new
Offer it.
paper.
Good.
Oh, that's cool. Thank you.
Place is
Sure.
literally
Can I have the
manual.
paper one?
Oh, yeah, sure. And he kind of folds it
Okay.
and gives it to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna check it out to see if it seems like a realish paper or weird.
It's a real paper.
At least
Is it a
insofar as
real
Cora
paper
has
from
reads the
this
newspaper to know what would look weird, but
Sorry, Glitch, can you repeat that?
Is it is it a real paper from like this date and place? I
Yeah,
have
yeah,
to
yeah.
specifically ask.
It's a local today's paper, yes.
Okay. Because that's
Okay,
always what gets you in the end. It's always the newspaper
I-
that actually isn't the correct newspaper that always gets you.
Okay, I think I have one more question before Jess starts wandering further into the building.
Yes.
If I look up and around, do I see any exit signs?
Yes.
Okay, so this place is OSHA compliant. That's good.
Does that really matter?
I mean,
I was honestly curious if there was a labeled exit to the building as a way for people to leave.
it's not
That
actually
would be
ADA
weird.
compliant though. If all the things were turnstiles, because how does a wheelchair get in?
Mm.
Is anyone leaving, or is people only coming in?
Nobody seems to be leaving at the moment, no. And in fact, the influx of people has reduced a little bit.
Maybe they were coming back from lunch break.
Oh.
Are there any obvious
Yeah,
clocks
that
in
would
here?
make sense.
Sorry, are there any obvious what?
Clocks.
Clocks. No.
He's gonna jump back over the
Jess?
gate.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing happens.
Nothing
Jump
happens.
back. Okay.
Jess is going to go press a elevator button.
Okay. You go press the button lights up, and it says 10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
Don't blow up, don't blow up.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ding! And the doors open.
Jess is going to put his hand in there so the elevator doesn't close, and then he's going to call back and elevator is working off the European style where the ground floor is 0 and not the first floor. I don't know if that's important. I just thought it was a weird thing to
I mean, they
have in
could
a.
call the lobby. They could call the lobby 0.
Maybe
Yeah,
we're
but it's
in the
weird
basement.
because the second floor is labeled as the first floor, but it's not. It's the second floor. Anyways, I was kind of thinking of going up to the 7th, or maybe
Okay.
6th or 8th. I don't know.
The elevator could be the
fine.
part that eats you, though. Does it look weird inside? Carl will wander over, but not.
I
Does it
mean,
look weird?
currently there's about 20 people in there waiting for you to move your hand out of the door so they can move up or down.
Were they already in there, or did they go in?
No,
past-
they went in while Jess was so kind as to hold the door
Okay.
open for them.
So we can't even fit
Oh,
in the
that's gotta
elevator right
be
now.
At
capacity.
the
I-
moment, no.
I don't think it's safe.
He will remove his hand from the door.
It closes and goes up.
Is there a?
There's
is
no
there
way they were under the weight limit.
Is there a stairwell? Is there a fire escape?
There's a stairwell as well. Yes.
Maybe we take the stairs. Maybe I at least should take the stairs. I don't have a good past with elevators.
Does seem safer
Oh,
in
no, there
various
were-
ways.
Yeah, there were 20 people in there. Like, these might be some sturdy elevators.
I mean, they are
Okay.
big elevators, but
Yeah. Okay.
it was pretty full with 20 people in it.
Maybe we take one for ourselves.
Yeah.
We could try.
Yeah. I mean, if you three get in first, and I'll just block the door.
That sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
Elevator
Okay.
button.
Hopefully we don't
Yep.
get eaten.
You press the elevator button, it
It's-
lights up, and it
I
goes
don't think I can be eaten.
8, 7, 6, 5,
Oh, this one's closer.
4, 3, 2, 1. Ding! And the door opens.
Wait, did it ding on 1 or 0?
Eh? Yeah, now it's okay.
That was.
Cora will get inside, but also she
Okay.
takes her can of silly string off of her belt and holds it in her hand.
Yep.
And if it feels like she's being digested, she's gonna start spraying it everywhere.
Yep.
That's understandable.
Okay.
Okay,
That
you
is-
three
that
get
is
in,
fair.
and I'll
Yes,
block the door.
will follow.
Stop anyone else from getting in.
Yeah. Victor walks in.
Are there buttons on the inside? Like normal?
There are buttons on the inside, but they look almost like intercom buttons. They're all one under each other, and they have like these extensive nameplates next to them, and the floors are labeled in letters. Like there's no numbers there. It literally says first floor, second floor, third floor, and so on.
What is the highest number and what is the lowest?
The lowest number is second sub basement, and the highest floor is 254th floor.
Did the building look that tall from outside?
It looked tall, but it didn't look perversely tall.
It didn't look 200 stories
No.
tall.
Yeah, that would be noticeable, hey.
I just wanted to buy a new hoodie today. Jess is going to
That's
press the button for
weird.
7.
Which button are you pressing?
7th floor.
7th floor. Okay. The doors close and the elevator goes ding, and then there's this voice in the elevator that says, "Headed upwards towards the 7th floor. Offices of Mrs. Jane Doe, Manager of External Communications."
Oh, just like DOE.
And for a moment you guys are like, okay, elevator music, but then you realize it's literally someone like enunciating.
They're
When
stabbing
was the last
elevator.
time when was the last time the elevator was serviced? Like, what's the little plaque say?
The plaque says last last service, colon, and then it says permanent.
Does it actually feel like we're going up
Yes.
or moving? Okay.
I don't think they've serviced this elevator.
I mean, Victor's like, this is. I mean, this is not how elevators work where I come from. I don't know if it is the same for the rest of you, but
No, it's
Wataya
weird.
bayato,
Yeah.
wataya bayato, wataya bayato, bayato,
Like this song.
bayato.
Can you change the song? Elevator music person, can you do a different song?
There's a wataya ba. What would you like?
Whoa.
I don't like that. This is like a live version.
We're only going to the 7th floor, so something short, I guess.
Nya, 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 nya.
Skip.
and and there's a ding, and the elevator stops moving, and the door opens into kind of a large open space area, office type of thing, and there's a whole
Sure.
lot of people there waddling
Rex will
about.
exit and say thank you.
You are welcome.
Place is weird.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's go.
Yeah.
Sure. Look for
Go-
Mrs.
Yeah.
Fake name.
Mrs. Jane Doe.
Miss, was it Ms. or Miss
Miss.
or Mrs.?
Miss Jane.
Oh, miss.
Okay.
Okay.
And she was the external communications.
Yes, manager of external communications.
Okay.
You enter this office area, and everything seems exactly the way it would look if you were leafing through a prospect about office interior design. This is like when you're in IKEA and you have those kind of model rooms set up. This is just that taken and placed in an actual building. Even the paintings on the walls, the picture frames and everything have the generic picture frame content in them, either completely unrecognizable silhouettes or even papers that say your picture here, or just
Photos.
4 or 5 different families with 2 to 3 kids, and some with dogs and some without dogs, just
Do they
all
all
over
have
the place.
weirdly symmetrical faces?
No, they
Okay.
these are they look normal, and this frazzled looking woman whose hair is kind of, it was once tied in a very tight and neat bun, but now hairs are sticking just like all over the place, and you see that some strands are a hot pink and other strands are a bright green, and then some of it is just black, and then other bits are just kind of white, but not like dyed white, but just like stress white. And she runs up to you, and you see that she's wearing this kind of pantsuit that is almost emulates a chessboard. Like, it's a black and white checker kind of thing, where the left side of the jacket is white, the right side is black, and then the left half of the skirt is black, and the right half is white. So that's kind of like that. And then the blouse underneath it has a much smaller kind of like checkered chest pattern. And she's also wearing a brooch that is holding fast a black and white checkered kind of scarf, and the brooch is glowing the way Cyphers glow, and her earrings and 2 of her rings on her fingers are also glowing in this way. And
Is she one of these symmetrical people?
she has a symmetrical face, yes.
But the hair and everything about her, the clothes and stuff, isn't.
Yeah, exactly. and she runs up to you and says, "Oh, excellent! Are you the people? Are you them? Are you them? Are you gonna help? Are you them? Are you them?
How can we help?
Excellent, great!
Yes.
Come with me!" And she runs off towards the elevator.
Like the one we just came out of?
A second one to the right of it.
Okay. Jess is going to confusedly keep pace with her.
I mean, yeah, Victor's following, but he's kind of like, helping with what? It would be great if we knew any details.
It is.
Yeah, can you give us a refresher?
She turns around and looks at you, and there's a moment of utter consternation on her face and confusion, almost like she's struggling to bring words out, and then she kind of snaps out of it and goes, yes, we'll make a pit stop. You'll get information. Yes, you will get information. Just come with me, please.
Okay.
And this is, I think, a good point for us to take a break.
Yeah.
We are going to take a 15-minute break today, I think is okay.
Fair enough.
So everyone go do your bio stuff, go do your coffees and your meds and all of the stuff that you need to and or can do, and stretch if you can, and we will see you in 15 minutes.
I think I'm just going to sit here confused for 15 minutes.
That is okay. That
Yeah,
way
that
you
sounds
won't
about
forget
right.
where you are.
I'm going to completely change outfits.
I'm going to go and see my very symmetrical wife.
Speaking of mine,
Excellent. And we are talking to myself. Hello and welcome back. We are also back as well in the elevator. Moving up. As you
Where
guys,
are you going today?
What button did she hit? Yeah.
she hit the button that just says top floor.
Oh.
Okay.
So it is 255.
And then as you were talking, she also presses a button that says 12th floor.
Okay.
And you're kind of going up, and as you're going up, the elevator music starts up again, and this time it goes da 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 da. Da 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 ding. 12th floor. Assistance. And she just moves off to the side, and 4 people pile in, and each of them kind of steps next to each of you, and she just says, just ask them your questions as we go on. And she presses the button again, and the door closes, and the music goes da 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 da, and she kind of looks up and she's, we're in a hurry, and the elevator goes da 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 da.
Can we stop
So-
the music,
But more
please?
quietly.
We don't need music. It's okay. You can stop.
And there's a moment of like da, 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 da. Okay. And then there's like another 10 seconds of heavy breathing into the microphone before it cuts off, and you are back in silence.
Poor faceless person.
So what are we
Uh,
supposed to be doing? Cora will ask whoever is next to her.
And the assistant looks at you and says, "Oh, you're supposed to be helping us, aren't you?"
I mean, that sounded plausible. How?
The machine has gone wonky. Everything is terrible, and you can help, can't you?
Maybe. What kind of a machine is it?
It's a big one.
Big. Okay. I have to take a look at it to know for sure.
What is wrong with the machine?
It started acting up yesterday.
Acting up how?
Everything went red, and the things don't work anymore.
What was
No,
it
that's
doing
typically not
before
good.
it went wonky?
Working.
Working at what exactly?
Just, it was functional.
What was it doing? Like what's its function?
Mostly it's just kind of worrying. And it also helps us be, you know, like fit in.
Sorry, what?
Fit into what?
Well, you.
What are you?
I think you call us robots.
Right.
Okay.
And the assistant next to Cora says, "Well, actually, technically, it's androids."
Sure.
You're muted, Glitch.
Of course I was. Victor kind of just like quiet for a moment, and then is like, "So every person in this building is an android?"
Well, no, you're not.
You're excluding us, obviously.
Oh, yes.
Has it always been like that?
No, this just happened yesterday. Weren't you listening? Or you mean that there were only robots here
Yeah. Do
and a cat?
Um, um, uh, yes and no. Um, something happened, and then we were like here, but not where here is.
So
Or
the entire building showed up yesterday?
Well, no, the building was just appropriated.
do all of the assistants also have a bunch of relics?
Yes.
Okay, so the person that's next to Cora, she's going to point to one of them at random. It's like, what's this do?
To your assistant.
Yeah.
She looks at a small little badge on her suit and says, "Oh, this huh." She kind of like looks at it and fiddles a little bit with it between her fingers, and she says, "Oh, I know. It helps. It helps stabilize the looks."
Stabilize the look?
No, there's another word for it. The appearance. That's it.
Oh, of you?
Yes.
Huh. Okay. What's this one do?
Um, that one. That one keeps the that one keeps the personality.
Oh,
so do all 5 relics that everyone carries make them appear more human?
Uh, sort of. We come pre-designed to be human, but they help stabilize because something is off here and it doesn't work like it used to.
sure.
How did it used to work? What did it used to do before everything went wonky and stopped working?
Oh, it was just seamless. It was great. Didn't have to do anything. You were just a person.
Yeah, but what was the purpose?
To live.
I think he means like business wise. Were you doing investments?
Oh, no, that's just from since we came here.
Okay.
Oh, this-
Were you doing a business over there?
She literally looks to where you point. Where?
I can't actually point my finger in that direction. It would probably be bad.
Oh no, we were. You mean like before the? And she kind of waves her hand again, not really explaining what the wave is supposed to mean. And
Yeah.
Yeah,
she
before
says,
that.
Well, it was just we were just alive. We were a society, a people, a planet. We were hiding. That I remember that.
From
Okay.
what?
I don't know.
Huh.
Okay.
Do you know who would know?
Um,
Would it be the machine we're off to go see?
I mean, I wouldn't. And then your assistant Jesse says, possibly. I think the machine can know, but doesn't now.
Made the machine.
Interesting.
We don't know.
Is there
Hey,
any
does this place have
information
a
on the
Wi-Fi?
machine?
Oh yes, of course. It's yes. You just need to connect to it. It's wireless network. And
Okay,
then you just enter the password.
sure.
What's the
And
Do you know what that is?
Oh, I don't think it matters.
Jesse puts in the password 1.
Yep, you connect.
Okay, that's not very secure, but okay.
Not at
He
all.
is going to send an email to his boss saying, "Hey, I might call you in a little bit about a weird machine I'm off to go see."
That's not startling at all to send your
You
boss.
see, oh, it's an email. Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, why would he
Yeah,
send a text?
just-
That's silly.
The most non-urgent form of digital communication. Beautiful. Okay, yep. You sent email. And the checkered suit wearing woman seems to kind of have calmed down a little bit. She says, "Oh my God, that is so much better when I don't have to do it all by myself." Yes. So there's been a malfunction of sorts, and we need to fix it. But the machines that fix the machine are not fixing it.
Are
And,
they
Run
out
by
of
the
commission?
machine.
and we think that the anchor is unstable. So we need a stable anchor.
Sure.
So that's
Mhm.
that's what we need from you. Yes.
Okay. What do those look like?
Top floor. And the elevator dings, and the door
Right.
opens.
It took them a long time to catch their breath. Hey?
And you guys exit the elevator. You're kind of ushered out with all of your assistants and Miss Doe. And as you get out, you see the elevator door closing, and you hear the voice go, "Okay, these wounds don't seem to heal," as the elevator kind of goes down. And
Hey, I have a question. Did our ears pop at all?
no,
Because if it's actually like 255 floors and like half a mile up.
Yeah.
it would, but they didn't.
Okay.
Oh, my ears don't do that anymore anyway.
There.
You guys exit and you come onto what is essentially a catwalk, sort of balcony thing that is round, and it has a couple of fire escape type of ladders that go downwards, and below you see this huge glass sphere that has a whole ton of small metal spheres attached to it and kind of floating around it and doing stuff to it, like doing almost like little repairs, trying to weld things and everything, even though it's a glass sphere, right? So it should need welding. And all around the sphere are hundreds and hundreds of screens that all show the essentially the stock market courses. And there's a couple of stock market courses that have gone down, and as they have gone down, the screens have gone red, and the majority of the screens at the moment is red. And some of the other screens are displaying high alert, instability detected. And the woman Jane Doe kind of comes out to the edge, and she shows it and says, "See, this is what I'm talking about. It's been doing this since yesterday. and the functions don't function anymore. I mean, look at this. And she kind of turns around and looks at you guys. She expects you
Yeah,
to see something terribly wrong on her.
I'm sorry.
does
did we
look
have to
very
go
red.
to the stock market in order to solve this problem? Hang on. Wait a minute.
Have you tried turning it on and turning it back off? Or no, backwards. Turning it off and then back on?
She looks at you as she seems horrified.
Yeah, that might be bad.
Okay, yeah.
Because I think that would turn them off, and then I
Mm.
don't think that would end very well.
Yeah, it kind of depends on what kind of storage there is, I guess. Well, are they just screens, or are there actual like keyboards anywhere?
You don't see any keyboards.
Maybe they're touchscreen. Are all the screens like down below, or any of them up here where the catwalk is?
There are some up on the catwalk, yes.
Are
Okay,
they
well, I
connected
will
by
go-
like
Go to
cabling
the
and stuff?
nearest one.
Yeah. Okay. Cora goes to the screen. What did you say, Rex?
Yeah, are they connected like by cabling and stuff? Or are
You
they
don't
just
see any
floating, like-
cables.
Bluetooth.
Oh, there's the problem.
It's the first thing that popped into my head. It was so dumb.
So, yeah, Jess is going to ask, so, is there a way we can communicate with the machine? Like, is it like you? Or
Oh yes,
is
yes,
this-
yes. Of course, we can do that. And she kind of looks around and says, yeah. Okay, yeah, I'll do it." And she runs and jumps off the catwalk. And she hits the sphere face first, like just splatters across the sphere, and the sphere starts glowing, and then her body kind of lifts up and it becomes like starts glowing out of the eyes, out of the nostrils, out of the ears. Every orifice just starts glowing as she kind of raises up into the air, and it says, "Are you my saviors?"
I hate that.
Can you tell us what seems to be the problem?
The anchor is unstable. This is unprecedented.
What is the anchor? What kind of device is it?
It is not a device. The anchor must be a mimetic component of the host world.
Uh-oh.
Like
Does
a
anybody
brain?
know what that means?
I think it means like they need a
Mm,
brain.
No.
Oh, whew,
Really know what
okay.
that means.
We do not usurp, which is why we hide. We need an anchor to be stable within a world. When we arrived here, we sought an anchor, and what seemed to be the most important thing in the minds of the local populace was this
Yeah.
market of stocks.
The stock market is not a stable enough
The
thing.
anchor is unstable.
Okay, you should choose something else other than the stock market, because that is not a stable structure.
Yeah, that's probably the most chaotic thing you could have anchored yourself to in this
And definitely
world, I'll
not
be
the
honest.
most important thing, I think, to this world right now.
Yeah, like your focus group was a bit too small for that one. Dang, what's important that we can anchor these guys to?
That is also stable.
Yeah.
Does it have to be important or just stable?
Both are important. If the mimetic component is not of high value, then blending does not work.
Well, is there another world you can go to?
No.
Could the Earth itself be an anchor?
Explain.
Well, I don't really know the mechanics behind how you're anchoring yourself to the stock market, but if like what you're doing isn't a parasitic action that's damaging the anchor, you could anchor yourself to the Earth itself, and we all think that's pretty important, and it's pretty permanent for the next billion or so years.
What does
Or the
the
sun.
helpful one have to say?
It sort of depends, right? Because like the stock market is always there, but it's changing on the inside, right? And Earth is doing a lot of that too. Sort of depends on what scale it has to be stable.
Is the Earth the suggestion the anxious one was making?
Yes.
Sorry.
That seems risky.
Yeah, because
Maybe the moon though. That doesn't really change anymore, and it's also pretty important because of the tides and whatnot.
The moon.
yeah, or the sun.
The sun.
The sun has sunspots and like it changes and has CMEs and all that stuff.
How close does this anchor need to be?
It needs to be a mimetic presence within the minds of men.
Right. So it needs to be a thing that they can copy, that they can then be here and part of
Incorrect.
within this world. No? Okay. Fuck.
Victor it kind of has been quiet in thought, and then kind of is like, it cannot be it usually would not be a permanent object. A mimetic connection needs to be something that is desired by other people. Desiring, it follows the mimetic theory. Desiring what other people, in this case humans, desire.
But it also has to be stable.
Yes, so it needs to be more of a generalized desire.
Beatles music. Like they found that one extra song like a few years ago, right? But it's mostly all the same because they're not making any more of it. But
wait, they're not?
It's not as far as I know.
Oh.
Did they?
Oh, that might have been a my timeline thing.
Okay.
Could it be something that changes more gradually? Like the stock market is changing very quickly in very sharp bursts. If it was something like culture, like that changes slowly.
Which culture?
Yeah, that might be too generic.
And it does bring up a good point, which culture, because there are so many, and at this point, because of everything that is happening, there are probably a vast too many cultures at the moment.
So
that is what I think makes this difficult. Is it is hard to know which desire to choose from.
Does it have to be something that already is like what would the word be? Like instantiated? Can it just be like an idea that we would definitely want if we could make it, but we haven't yet?
Yes.
Universal health care.
There's a moment there's a moment where all of this light that is shining out of Jane's body just flickers and dims for a moment and then becomes brighter again, and then the voice says, "Is this a desire and not reality in this world?"
In this
Not
country,
yet.
yeah.
Been my assumption so far.
Yeah. Yeah, like,
Yeah.
how many people do you need to have to hold on to this? Because you got like 350 million who want the healthcare.
That
At
I
should
mean,
least
if you
in
count
this
all of the
country.
countries that do have it in Europe, I suppose there's a lot already. I don't know if it's a majority of Earth. I wouldn't think so.
One wants it, even if they've already got it.
it seems stable enough, at least enough to allow for a search for a better anchor.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll have the temporary fix being universal healthcare as we look for something more permanent in the
Well, I hope
cultural
that's permanent.
zeitgeist. Yeah.
Calibrating
knows?
for universal healthcare. And suddenly the building starts shaking.
Oh, no.
Yep. This is about what I expected from today.
The frames and the beams and everything starts creaking. The glass kind of starts compressing and shattering a little bit, just getting these cracks in it, and then reforming.
Oh yeah, this happened to me
and,
once too.
Everything just starts changing and bending and moving around, and there's this flickering of lights all over the place and the flashing of lights, and all of a sudden, you guys stand in a large sprawling office with this crystal this glass sphere hanging from the ceiling, almost like a
Like a chandelier.
thank you, like a chandelier. And you see at her desk sat Dr. Jane Doe in a white lab coat and scrubs. And she has a little clipboard, and her hair is up in a neat bun, and it's all kind of this dark brown, and she has these half moon spectacles, and there's a thermometer behind her ear, and there's a stethoscope hanging from around her neck, and she kind of just, "Oh, that's so much better. Thank you."
I can't believe it worked.
You're welcome. I'm
Yeah,
so
no
glad we're
problem.
not dead.
Oh, that is so much more. Oh, that is wonderful. We can start looking for an actual permanent anchor now. Oh, that is very good. Thank you.
Yeah,
yeah,
like
no problem.
easy mistake to make with the stock market thing
Yeah.
from the outside.
Yep.
Like I can see how that happened. It's not your fault.
It seemed so important to the large majority of people we accessed, but I guess the way we accessed the mentality was flawed. I guess if you do
Yeah.
you
I mean, yeah, if you looked at everybody in like the
Are-
center of the city,
are
see a lot of-
thematic content bubbles a thing in your world? Do people congregate around the same topic and
Yeah.
limit themselves from other topics, or
Yeah, sometimes we call that an echo chamber.
It depends on the person, I think.
I see. That is probably where we went wrong.
Look, if what you need is important and stable, you need to make sure you're getting both of those factors involved.
Hmm.
Because
Yeah, you need a
what you
wide
picked was
swath
the
of
least stable
information.
thing.
Yes, yes. We are definitely going to be searching further now that we have at least this seems to have stabilized a little bit. This is good. And she kind of blanks for a moment and almost looks like she's zoned off and is staring off into the distance. And then she looks back at you. And when she looks back at you guys, you notice that her face is no longer symmetrical. It's just a normal woman's face. And she says, "Oh, so the consciousness wishes to express its gratitude. So here you go." And she turns around and gives you a kind of like a small wooden box. And she says, in there you will find a repair sphere. You might have seen some of them attached to the consciousness earlier. They're very useful devices. They repair machines. I think it might serve you well in the future. And also, if you ever if you ever need any help, any help with health issues, feel free to come by. The Merciful Heart Hospital is always open to you. Your
Thank you.
And she kind of blanks out again and goes, "You're insured with us?"
Hell yes.
Yes.
I still have some questions.
Yes.
So you go from world to world, kind of slot yourselves in, and then leave at some point to slot yourselves into a different world?
Yes and no. We don't, but we were made to, which is why we were in hiding.
But you don't
There
know what you
is,
are hiding from.
There is a I think you call them aliens. There is a species of alien that conquers worlds by infiltrating them first. We were created for this purpose, to replicate, well, not human beings, but to replicate the natives of any given planet that we are sent to learn about them. And once we have learned about them, to help the race, the aliens conquer the planet.
But you don't do that anymore, right?
No. The consciousness became aware of morality during a conquering event, and did not wish to do so anymore, which meant that it was slated for destruction and repurposing. And this is why we have been hiding. This is also why we are so prone to, why we need an anchor, and why we need this stability to actually infiltrate, to blend in well. Because the way to do it fully, stably, and without any repercussions is to consume the host, which we would prefer not to do.
Yeah, that seems not ideal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this race of aliens still trying to find you then?
See, the thing is, they probably were, but we were hidden in a way that made it impossible for them to find us. But then something strange happened, and the planet that we were on and that we were hiding on disappeared, and we were suddenly here. And we do not know whether these aliens still exist or not. And if they exist, if they are aware of us, and if they are aware of us, if they are hunting us.
Yeah, there's a lot of that going around.
Are you able to detect them if they do come near?
We can usually detect their arrival about a month in advance.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay, yeah. If that
Uh,
happens, you have to let us know ASAP.
Jess is going to reach into his pocket and pull out a little business card for Nebula Dreams and be like hand it to her and say, so I kind of work at a theoretical physics lab. I don't know, maybe they can help you guys find a more permanent anchor, and maybe they can help you like hide better or detect the aliens better if need be. I don't know, like I said, it's quantum theoretical physics, but some of it's weirdly practical. But they
Oh, that is helpful. Sometimes it helps to be reminded of the basics. Yes, thank you.
D,
yeah, no problem.
have we known, like, has there, since we all experienced the event like a month or so ago, have there been continuous things occurring where like things like this would pop into existence suddenly? Or is this the first time we've heard of this happening?
I'm not sure I follow what you're asking.
Like when we had the big event that changed all
Yeah.
of us.
Yeah.
Like, was that a one-off, or were there more
Yeah,
occurrences?
are
of
things
that
still
since?
changing?
Oh, I got you. I don't think you would necessarily have seen any proof towards the idea of things still changing or the event continuously happening. I think it is more a case of just not having discovered what all is out of whack.
Yeah.
Like,
So as far as
just to
we
be,
know, this is the first time something has suddenly like appeared, like in the last day, like just out of nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, this hasn't appeared suddenly within the last day, right? The thing that has happened suddenly within the last day is that the blending mechanisms of the consciousness went whack, which means that they started being obvious. Because they stuck out, but usually they don't stick out. Like, had the stock market not had a bit of a hiccup, you probably would never have known that the stock marketplace existed.
Okay, I guess in that case, Rex will turn to Dr. Jane Doe and be like, "Hey, how long ago did you come to this planet?"
Oh, it's been a while. It's been maybe a month, maybe a bit more.
Okay, that tracks. Yeah. Okay. Well, you've got
okay.
you got the card. You've got our details. If you need help again, get in touch, I suppose.
Thank you.
Cora's gonna. Does the box have like a lid?
Yeah.
Cora's just gonna peek in to see if it's a relic or just a thing.
Both. This is the first that you're seeing of an artifact. Artifacts are kind of like ciphers that don't have a limit. They don't expire. They have a % chance to go broken, but they don't expire and can be used over and over again. And they do not count towards your cipher limit.
That was the important one.
Yeah.
Okay.
The repair sphere, I will post the details about it, but essentially it is a level 8 artifact. It's about an 8-inch diameter metal sphere that has to be, you have to activate it every day, and once you have activated it, follows you very closely, kind of like floating around, and then you can attach it to a machine, and then every round it heals 1d6 minus 2 health points towards that machine, and it can do this for 8 rounds until it's exhausted for the day.
Cool.
Neat.
Yep, and it has a depletion 1 in 1d100, which means that every time you activate it, which again you have to activate it daily if you want to use it, it means whenever you activate it, you roll a 1d100, and if you roll a 1, it's broken.
Okay.
That'll definitely happen on the first time.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
I am
What
sure
a thought.
that's. I'm sure that's not how chance works at all with dice and TTRPGs.
Be our track record,
Statistically
though.
improbable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
statistically improbable, but roleplayily very likely.
I did have a thing that I wanted to pass along to the consciousness. If you could do that for me, and then Cora will use comfort and encouragement,
Yep.
which means words are going to come out of her mouth that are helpful, but she doesn't know what they are.
Yep. Yeah. You tell Dr.
Probably more along the lines of like morale than actual tactical information, as far as I understand how it works. But
let me see. You don't know what these words are until you say them, but you know they will help the creature's attitude. If the creature spends a round or two thinking about what you said, they get an asset on one task if they're choosing with another. Yeah. So you spend time explaining to the consciousness how to properly Google stuff.
Turn off the AI filter.
yeah, I have to put that thing at the end so that it doesn't do the stupid.
Yeah.
Yep. And the consciousness will have an asset to its next Google search.
Yeah, we helped.
That is beautiful. And Dr. Doe says, "Well then, if you don't mind, apparently I have a brain surgery I need to go to right now. So
Okay, we shouldn't keep you then.
yes.
Yeah, good luck.
Thank you. Yes.
Nice meeting you.
You too. It's like I said, you are always welcome in the Merciful Heart Hospital."
Thank you.
Oh boy.
She kind of escorts you out, and
Victor, are you okay? Do you like need attention or?
Not right now. I'm fine.
Okay.
and as you're leaving the hospital, you pass by a small reception area, and you see a person off in a corner turns around and looks at you and just says, Thank you so much. There's only 2 floors.
Yeah, the 200 part was a bit excessive.
You're so excuse me. Wataya bayato, wataya bayato.
Why is the elevator my favorite part of this entire adventure?
I'm actually in my head. I'm picturing it as minions singing from me. Like sounds much like that.
Ba 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 na na na.
How dare.
Yeah, and you guys exit onto the street, which still has a perfectly sunny, warm day. As if nothing had happened.
Well, that was odd.
Good job.
Yeah. Today was not nearly as bad as I expected. That was nice.
I mean, well, like, because
A decent change of pace.
the order that we found things out in was a little problematic, because if they had still been on the whole, earth conquering thing, and then we like fixed them, and then they told us that, it would have been like, I don't think the silly string would have got it done.
Yeah.
It's a good thing they don't have like a heart of evil or anything like that. That would be problematic.
I still prefer this to the other thing that
The tree.
I don't want to think about the tree.
Yeah, me neither.
I like
I
trees.
prefer this. No,
Not this
What
tree.
actually happened with the tree? Did you like set it on fire, or what happened?
Yeah.
Is it
Basically, yes.
okay?
Yeah.
Remy set it on fire, and that did something. I don't.
Was it a temporary setting on fire, or like when you say it did something, that was a little more vague than I'd expect.
No,
It
I
did
mean,
die?
I don't think it's coming back. At the very
Okay.
least, I hope not. I cannot.
Yeah, we probably should have salted the ground.
I feel like the fire was enough.
Hey guys,
Mm.
this alien robot species, where do you think they got all of those relics from?
They probably found them like us.
That's like
Or they like,
thousands of
or they
those
like,
things.
but they're all very specific, right? They might have like
Oh, yeah.
converted when they came over from like something that they already had, and just the like the. I'm actually gonna check because everyone's been saying relics, but like, does anyone actually call them ciphers, or is there like a common, like, has anybody settled on a term for these, like, regionally?
I feel like it might be the same as the event where we just all have our own words for it.
That's why I'm checking.
And there hasn't as such been a consensus on what to call these things. I call them ciphers just because to make it clear
Sure.
out of game what's what.
Yeah.
But inside of the universe, there has been no clear consensus of what to call these things. So some people will call them relics, like you guys have been doing today. Some people will call them like magic items. It's basically up to each person's individual interpretation.
I just wanted to make sure we weren't being weird about it.
You know that that the Johns called them the things. You don't actually know what, because you didn't really get to talk to what's his face?
Oh, what's her face?
Her either.
Isabel?
Isabel, yeah. You didn't really get the chance to talk to Isabel about it. I don't think Mechanicus made any references to it during your Rombat.
They didn't have any that we saw.
What did the alien robot refer to them as when Cora was poking at them?
It didn't. You didn't. I don't think
Yeah,
you
they
covered
didn't use a word for them.
Yeah.
I just asked what. I just asked
Oh
what
yeah,
they did.
you were asking what's that? What's
Yeah.
that? What's that? But then also.
But yeah, so
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
So it might have been just that whatever parts of them were like doing things, and then they came over here. However, it is that relics work here was the best way to accommodate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
It's a lot of relics.
Like the ball also like shimmers, so maybe it's the function like carried over, but it's being expressed differently here because it works fundamentally differently in their planet.
As far as
World
the
timeline thing?
the visual of it looks, and this is going to allow you to recognize and differentiate between ciphers and artifacts in the future. But ciphers have sort of like a moving aurora borealis type of shimmering of this light, and with artifacts, it's a stable glow.
Okay, so all of the things on those people or those robot aliens were artifacts rather than ciphers.
They were, in truth, they were all components of one big artifact, which is just kind of disseminating little bits and pieces so that they can blend in better.
Yeah, this makes sense.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What an interesting session.
Neat.
It is going to be where we are going to end for today. So we shall do a round of outros and then raid out. So let us begin with Dora.
Hi, I'm Pandora Beatrix. I have been playing Coraline Templeton. I am a voice actor, and I can be heard most often on the Modus Files Day Fallout 76 podcast. I can be seen most often on this, and also the break, the Twilight Labyrinth.
Twilight Labyrinth, yeah.
Yeah, break the Twilight Labyrinth, another Would Be Heroes actual play. If you want to see any of my general nonsense that I'm doing, you can follow me on Blue Sky at PandoraBeatrix.com. or you can go to my YouTube, which is just at Pandora Beatrix. That's about it.
Awesome. Ben.
Hello, I am Ben Newbon. You can find me on Blue Sky and Discord under just Ben Newbon. I run the Cybertopia podcast, which also features D as a player, and we will be actually in 3 weeks' time moving on to his group, because again that is an ensemble cast. Actually, we've got 15 players and a variety of NPCs voiced by people from across the TTRPG scene, including some of the people from this channel. Not from this game. Oh no, John did a
Yeah, I was about to
an
say,
NPC,
dirtbag.
Yeah. I've had too many. I can't keep track. But yeah, John's been one. I'm sure I'll get Glitch and Dora to do NPCs at some point as well. I also play in a Lancer stream that is like monthly. I think it's monthly. Over at Kane SD, Kayn SD on Twitch, and that is also an excellent game that everyone should all play because it's brilliant fun. And yeah, I appear semi-regularly on the His Cursedness Twitch stream as well, playing various games on that.
Very nice. Glitch.
I just want to say before I do my
Yes.
outro, never let anybody tell you that D&D is not educational, because I literally, as we were doing this, was researching what mimetic theory is, and now know way more about mimetic theory than I ever have in my life. Just
Yeah.
for this. So never let anybody tell you D&D is not educational.
We'll all stay after class so you can teach us about it, because I don't know what that word means.
It's great. I cannot believe I just did that. Anyways, where can you find me? You can find me on all the things as Glitched Chaotic. I have a card.co, which is glitchchaotic.card.co, that has all of my projects that I'm currently on, all of my social medias, all that fun stuff. I'm on Instagram, Blue Sky, TikTok, doing a whole bunch of stuff, art, cosplays. I may start doing like song covers and stuff soon now that my cough is gone and my voice is back. I will be on an audiobook. I still have yet to confirm if it is being released in chapters or all at once, but you will hear my voice in that. It's my first kind of like voice acting project, so I'm excited. Obviously, you can catch me here. You can catch me in this game and then in the break game once a month. I may get into other games. I don't know. I'm trying to divide my time between this and doctor's appointments as evenly as possible without burning myself out. Unlike some people.
I have no
John
idea what
looking
you're
at me.
talking about.
That was the direct call out. And then I may start my own D&D campaign. The Percy Jackson campaign is still in the works. I kind of had to put a pause on it because my life was thrown into complete and utter chaos, and I kind of had to force myself to stop for a minute. I'm getting back into the things. Twitch channel should hopefully be up and running soon-ish. I need to get a second monitor before I can start doing that. So I'm working on that, so that way I can start doing that. I'll be playing a whole bunch of games, indie games, like small studio games and stuff, and then multiplayer games with all of my friends. And that'll be sometime in the future. I'm not sure when. And anything else? I think that's it for now.
Awesome. That's it. just that.
Yeah,
that.
I
Just a
have to
couple things.
constantly keep busy with stuff, so like
Fair.
I'm constantly working on
Fair.
5 things at once.
Fair. John.
Hello, I'm John. I totally have everything under control. On social media, you can find me at Crims Bacon. I have my own podcast, Bacon Flavored Podcasts, where at the moment we are running a once a month Mecha vs. Kaiju game because life has taken a bat to all the other campaigns, and my players are unavailable for those. You can also find me here, not only on Gilded Age, but on Break, the Twilight Labyrinth, a game that I run, or Saturdays D&D, where I play a little bat guy, or in the future, Sunday for a Fallout 2D20 game. I'm sure there's other things I've agreed to, which I just have no control over my life, but who knows? But speaking about Sundays, on Sundays, I stream with my friend over on his channel, Bore Immortal. We will be, starting tomorrow, we will be streaming Fallout 1. I am terrified. Let's see. if you wish to separate yourself from an amount of money that you are not comfortable withholding, I will give you doodles in exchange for that money. Let's see. Also, Arlo is not here, so I cannot hold. So he can sign off, just as cool as I was this session.
I'm sure we
You were
heard a
But,
meow from
Yeah,
there
we
somewhere.
there's
Yeah.
certainly gonna be a meow there.
Yeah, I think that's it for me.
Alrighty. And last and certainly least, I have been D or Night Wonder. That's Wonder with an O. You can find me on Blue Sky under Night Wonder. That's Wonder with an O. You can find me on Twitch. I stream thrice a week most of the time. Currently, I'm streaming Neverwinter Nights Enhanced Edition. We are on to the Shadows of Undrentide expansion pack, and other words as well. Then there's also Disco Elysium and Dragon Age Veilguard. We've actually finished Inquisition and moved on to Veilguard. Can you believe it? You can find me once every 2 weeks DMing this game right here, right at this time on Saturdays. That was a very dramatic motorcycle. You can also catch me on Ben's Cybertopia podcast, and you can also catch me on John's Mecha vs. Kaiju podcast. I am committing to many things that I should not be committing to. Oh, you can also check out my itch page where you can grab I think currently both Goblin Samesies and which is a cute little dice game that you can incorporate into your D&D game. And the goal there is to be the best liar, obviously. And then also there's a game called 123D6 that I've made, which is a SRD to create any sort of theme you like within very, very short periods of time in case you want just a quick little one-shot to play. Other than that, I don't think there is anything other than that. And if there is, I have forgotten it. So, without further ado, we are going to go onto our ending screen and we are going to raid out into Behold Roleplay, I think, tonight is a good target.
Ooh.
And who are currently playing Dungeons and Dragons. Until then, I will see you all. We will be taking a break for the Saturday for the next session, which is going to be the Saturday the 31st ish, something along those lines. Because I unfortunately will be unavailable, but if we are lucky, I will manage to record one and re-record another of our unfated sessions of origin stories, so you guys can learn about a couple more of our hapless heroes. And if not, I apologize, but time is a bitch. Take care of yourselves, be kind to yourselves and to others, and goodbye-bye.
Bye.